punishes if Quidd is just it's definitely not Syrup, that's Quidd, but if Quidd is you know, if he's ready for it, if he's just being too aggressive, it could be bad news. But Ivysaur, I expect to come out here, put a lot of hassle onto LeoN, especially with his recovery, right? Bowser's recovery isn't exactly the best, and it's really linear, right? So it does allow for some huge punishes on that aspect. And I don't expect to see Charizard out too much unless he's very desperate to try and close something out.
Yeah, I agree with what you said there. Charizard should not be the option that be thrown out there. Maybe go for a potential lethal edge guard, but why do that when Ivysaur is on the table as well? But Squirtle being used right now, and the mark of a true PT player, especially within these heavy matchups, is staying on that Squirtle because you know you're comfortable. Knowing you're confident you have to stay out there and attacking on 100 damage, yeah, boom. Immediately switching over to the Ivysaur because now you're able to finish the job much safer, pick off for a little more damage, and when you land those straight hits and those confirms, it's going to be over for LeoN. And this is the survivability game you got to play for LeoN. This is the hard part, finding your way in, but the command grab, not lethal just yet, but LeoN already finding their way inside the defense.
And the good part here too is that tether from Ivysaur. It's kind of hard to guess when you need to be trying to throw at that 2-frame. We do see the flying slam taken off the platform, so honestly, great stuff from LeoN, taking a nice little lead here, but that's not gonna last for too long, especially with Charizard coming out to play. Yep, hey, I got a flame breath of my own, man. This is gonna be a tough night for you.
It really is, and spitting it out there, finally able to secure it out there with that bear. Like I said earlier, when it gets desperate, you want to get that Zard out so you can just kind of quickly secure it out there, and LeoN thankfully wasn't able to really get their hands on Quidd, so won't be able to eat too much damage in return. But honestly, you got to be careful because if you're not landing correctly against Bowser, they're able to punish you so much. I love the shield slants, but the command grab landing Quidd looking like in a big amount of trouble though. Look how much damage they're getting tapped on right now, and LeoN is relentless with this assault.
Yeah, this has definitely been a tough one. Wow, man, and that forward tilt as well. And that all started because Quidd was just a little too aggressive there, right? And then LeoN, again, like he's a very strong, consistent player all around, right? He knows the adaptations he's gonna have to make. Now, I think for a little bit, he just was not really utilizing Squirtle the way he probably should have. But as you can see, man, the damage coming out here is just a matter of trying to stay consistent. But that's also a big factor. You overextend, LeoN's gonna punish you. You reach, I teach.
Preach, teach, nah, preach, Skip, preach, my friend, because that's exactly what you're doing right now. In the Whirling Fortress spinning, honestly, it's similar to Quidd's position. The game is spinning out of control right now and trying to catch it out there, but finally able to convert it off of there. But LeoN, if the trend continues, able to go forward, and the amount of command grabs that have been landing, I don't know. I mean, it's looking bad and comfortable at this point.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say earlier, man? When LeoN's landing his command grabs, you know that he is feeling it. And we saw like 6, 7 of them in that game 1, right? Huge start here for LeoN. Now, this is kind of what we saw last set too. LeoN with a nice, strong start, right? Into, you know, Syrup being able to answer back. So maybe Quidd was just a little cold as well. You know, maybe it's a nice little warm-up game. I mean, he does have this first set to kind of play around. I wouldn't give LeoN the chance to try to develop his game plan and play around or whatever. I would want to shut this guy out as fast as possible. But in the event that LeoN does take this game 2 or potential game 3, he does have one more set that Quidd does have one more set to try and wrap this all up. We'll see what happens here though. We still got a lot of time before we get to that option. So game 2 here on small PS2. We'll see how it plays out.
PS2 Lite, I think that's a better way of putting it. PS2.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
PS2 minus.
We'll go with that. And Lite is L-I-T-E, like PS Lite.
Yeah, I got you.
Coded console, by the way. But already kind of speaking out that trend, pay the heavy techs, and now you're paying with all this percent. The command grab, nah. You know what? LeoN's doing their best smug impression, acting like you won't get command grab at this point, because boom! Another SPD lands, and Quidd stuck in this disadvantage state, looking really uncomfortable. Ah! You just got sat on, my boy!
I mean,
this for stock taken.
This is what happens, man, when LeoN's feeling it. Not only is it just the Whirling Fortresses, right? Okay, but there we go, Quidd answering back, but he finds a way back to the stage. That was a beautiful recovery, my goodness. But yeah, as I was trying to say, LeoN, when not only is the Flying Slam's gonna land, but he gets these huge reads, and that's where heavy characters make so much money, right? Is from getting those strong reads with these powerful moves.
Oh, you're right in that one, Skip, and look at this. The command grab lands once. again. I've never seen a Bowser land so many of these command grabs, Skip. That's how much respect LeoN is demanding. And finally, Quidd silences out the Bowser, but eating 92%. And the F tilt lands. Look how scared everyone's playing against LeoN.
Yeah, Quidd is just trying to find the answers right now. And again, LeoN, you know, he's used to these scenarios. He's been here before. And Quidd, I mean, we all know how good Quidd is, but he's definitely starting to see some of that experience that LeoN has from being an older player in the scene, right? It's definitely working out for him quite a bit here. I like the old jab 1-2. Was that it? Oh, okay.
Well.
Oh, man.
Gotta hold that one.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, that was tough. It's kind of hard to talk about the end there, man. It's just grabbed me and said, "You're coming with me."
Oh man, this. LeoN is playing like this matchup like doesn't even exist right now, and was that? Quidd staying true, saying if you are the young Steve players, right? Young Steve players being able to, you know, get these upsets on them, but Quidd hopping on the Steve. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I think the one time I saw Quidd actually play Steve was at a Juice Box forever ago, and I think it was to prove how brain dead this character is. It was like the first time they picked it up, they made top 8 or something like that, and then they never played Steve again. But you know what? Hey, when your back's against the wall, you want to win this tournament, pull out old Rusty, you know?
You know what? You're talking about that one. I just realized that True Finals is called Dead Ass Finals, and I'm laughing right now. You dead-ass playing Steve right now, but boom! The pickaxe able to find their mark on that one, but Quidd doesn't secure it out there. Remember you were talking about how curious we were to see the Bowser versus Steve matchup, Skip, and now we're finally able to get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out. Like Bowser obviously struggles with a lot of smaller characters that can put out some strong hitboxes and stuff, right? And it's the blocks I'm mostly interested to see how he plays around. Like, does the fire breath work around? I mean, right now, LeoN doesn't care. Like he's doing a pretty solid job.
He is doing a solid job, and Quidd, I'm not searching for the answer, trying to get the stock taken as well. But LeoN, firm, able to do so much with it. I mean, Bowser with Rage able to do so much, but, you know, Quidd trying to secure it out there. Looking relatively close, I should be saying, and hoping to do something else. The non-interaction kind of coming into fruition. 219%, so uncomfortable to deal with. And Quidd, you know, trying to finish it off there, but, you know, able to do so able to finally do so, but, you know, thankfully for that one at that point, yes, it took you a while to finish it, but at least for Quidd, you get those materials. Yeah,
you do get some of those materials. He does have gold and diamond ready, so I mean, those minecarts have been coming out here, putting down some really heavy damage. The diamond, as you see right there, the forward air gonna be able to close that one out.
Gone in a flash, and finishes like that, and now trying to get that tack on that damage. I mean, Steve, he can become somewhat of a sturdy character, I'm gonna be real with you, but able to have the escaping there, but LeoN just eating these custom combos for free, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is over just like that. Oh, takes a slice directly to the chest.
I mean, he is going to live just a little bit longer. It is some of that super heavy weight coming out here. 135 for Bowser, heaviest character in the game. The flying slam, not going to be enough to clutch it out, but 100%, man, this one should be good, right? Wow.
Oh, goodness. Able to, you know, just takes a Steve directly to the base, and now has the ledge trap set up. No, but LeoN will be getting out of down, but instead will be hit out. LeoN, 148%. I mean, Rage is really good, but how well Quidd is playing right now. That weight, gonna keep LeoN alive, but it's only a matter of time, and oh, still? There we go. No! Can LeoN just die?
Wow, dude! This is actually insane. Maybe Bowser's the play, you know? You just get to live forever. He's definitely going to take that stock. Yep. There he goes, flying to the back row. But you're already at 208%, man. There's no way that LeoN's going to be able to clutch this one out. I'm sorry. Like, I want to believe, but this is too much.
I mean, then it's going to be it. Yep. It's going to be shut out just like that one. But LeoN living for a couple years, I'm gonna be real with you right now.
Yeah, that was actually really insane, especially with some of those like off-stage scenarios too. That was just really optimal DI. I mean, you gotta hand it to LeoN. He just really did really well trying to extend that stock as far as he could. And taking another stock in the process, too. That's not too bad at all.
It really isn't. And, you know, just kind of looked it up there. Steve has a weight value of 92.
Yeah, he...
Mithra, Villager, Wolf, Lucario. Damn.
Yeah, Mithra weighs as much as Steve, and Aegis weighs as much as Mario. That's one of the ways I remember some of the weights and stuff like that.
Knowledge. Well, thank you so much for those notes, Skip. But remember, Quidd just needs to win this next game. And it's all over. Yes, the reset did happen, but the Steve is working out in the favor of Quidd, and LeoN kind of searching for answers. But the problem is that with Steve, you really have to understand what to do against his character. And, you know, if you don't have any time to adapt, then it's going to be a huge problem.
And as we can see right here, trying to put down that pressure. We got Steve doing Steve things here, just trying to mine the stage as best as possible. We see that whirling fortress. Oh! Didn't get the backboard that they wanted. Unfortunate.
I won't be able to get it there, but so many things are happening left and right. LeoN getting sent flying, but the walls being set up, the defense acts, and LeoN once again being ping-ponged over and over. Something to be expected, but Quidd able to get there, gets grabbed, I should be saying, and LeoN doing a phenomenal job. Both of them just kind of going even left and right. Both of them struggling to really finish the job, but surely one of them will get their stock taken soon. And from how the trend has been going, LeoN will live to ridiculously high percents. But this is what I was worried about. I was worried about the down tilt off the stage. Yeah,
I mean, was able to live that first one. So yeah, again, it's just LeoN just trying to stay alive. Staying alive, staying alive. That's literally the name of the game here.
Well, the DMCAs might be coming in, Skip, so you might be careful about that one with those songs. And but speaking of that one, we were fooling around with that one. Both of them able to secure those stocks left and right a piece. Diamonds, those hurt so bad.
Hey, diamonds are forever. I mean, not entirely in this game, but it sure feels like it when Steve starts going crazy with the mining. It feels like it's forever, man.
It really is. And now what also feels forever is those Steve strings. Boom, just able to land so much damage, especially with Bowser, that big, heavy body. And the big hitbox you gotta deal with is a sacrifice you have to make sometimes. But Steve able to really make those weaknesses be highlighted even a bigger rate. And now the struggle is continuing to be real. If you're LeoN, you have to make those small openings count, but the problem is that if you miss them just by like a centimeter, just by an inch, then you just get punished. And the trend right now, look at the stock got taken, and now Quidd is kind of running away with the game.
Yeah, I mean, building on that percentage too. Really just continuing to be an absolute menace. The Steve menace has invaded Fusion for sure. When one's not here, another will pop up. So either way, we do see LeoN evening things up here, one stock apiece. And this isn't unworkable, but it is definitely a tough spot to be in.
It's something you gotta deal with and trying to find their ways around it. Really good stuff, and I mean, like you said earlier, not unworkable, but this is a very difficult thing to work with. And the hits do land, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the game. Say hi, LeoN, but also say goodbye to the set. Quidd does take it with that Steve, and we'll be winning Fusion.
Shake my hand.
No.
Shake my hand right now.
No.
But honestly, great stuff from Quidd. Making the adaptation by playing the character that is the talk of the town, that is for sure. But man, I'm fine with it. Like, as a caster, I love watching Steve. I think Steve's the funniest character in this game, so I will never be tired of watching this character. But yeah, 100%, yeah, just like that. Shake my hand, LeoN. But either way, that is your Fusion 120. Congratulations to Quidd from winning it in the reset. Gotta hand it to him. The kid came out here, played their game, and when things were looking grim, they made sure they got the dub. So that's all that matters, man.
Oh, it really does, but shoutouts to Quidd, shoutouts to LeoN, though. I kept it really comfortable. I would say tight. Made Quidd really uncomfortable, but the counter pick does work out there. Really good stuff, but what a great bracket 7-head. That was Fusion 120. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Wolfie Scratch at WOLFESCRATCH. I'm happy to be here right after Double Down because it was hot there. But we also had some hot sets here with you, Skip, my friend.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's always a pleasure to be on casting for Fusion. I love these guys. They've always been good to me and stuff like that. But either way, we are going to send this out here. Again, I am Skip. This is Wolfie Scratch. And without any further ado, have a good night. And make sure you follow the stream, right? Because we're going to be back with Fusion 121 next week. So have a good night, everybody.